Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Pathway. I believe we are on the final map of this mission, and I'm feeling like our party is pretty strong. We don't have a ton of armor repair items, but we have multiple pieces of armor that we can shuffle around. I have high hopes. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I think we have a really good chance here. So, which route do we want to take through this desert? We don't have a ton of fuel. I guess we'd better head in the direction of the shop, right? And maybe let's go pretty direct. The old well shaft in the village ruins is completely dried up. All you see at the bottom of the well are a few moss-covered boulders surrounded by dry clay soil. But wait, what's that glittering between the stones? What secrets is the old well hiding? Unfortunately, you can't see anything clearly. The well shaft is made of rough, uneven stone blocks. With a little skill, it should be possible to climb down. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's probably not the case that one of us is going to get permanently trapped in this well, right? After a short climb, you reach the bottom of the well. You look around with interest. Oh, hey, now that's interesting. You discover a tarnished copper ring embedded in the well wall. When you pull on it, you hear a faint click. Part of the masonry swings to the side and reveals a small, narrow passage. Who would build this? Why? Okay. I mean, let's go look, but why would this be like this? Oh, Jesus. You follow the passage and finally reach a small chamber. You see a small, malignant-looking altar surrounded by small piles of human bones. I feel like the text here really undersells what we're seeing in the art. Blood has stained the ground brown. The room has an aura of evil. Then your gaze falls on the treasures placed on the altar. Well, obviously, we came all the way down here. Obviously, we're going to loot it. And if we trigger an ancient curse or something, we'll just stab the curse to death, because that's how we solve all of our problems. Okay, that was alright. And it was certainly worth the effort. You find a wind-blown hut among a few ancient, barely recognizable graves. As you approach, you feel the hair on your hackles rising. Large puddles of blood have congealed in the sand around the hut, turning it a reddish brown. You see bones and skull fragments, as well as scraps of cloth that might come from German uniforms. Man, does anybody in this desert have any blood left? A rotten wooden door squeaks on its hinges, probably just from a gust of wind, but to your ears it sounds like a warning. Well, I don't listen to warnings, so there. Again, there's no problem we could have that we can't just kill. I hope. Fingers crossed. You enter and search the hut. Under some faded rags, you find a small bundle. You wonder who must have hidden it there. It's just like, between that last thing and this thing, this is so many skulls. Video games very rarely approach the idea that there are like finite numbers of people in places, but at a certain point you're depopulating the desert, right? I guess we can see like an actual city over there, and relative to the population of a city, this isn't that many skulls. It's still a lot. It's a lot of skulls. As you prepare to leave, you hear a strange groaning. Shuffling steps approach slowly from every direction. You quickly step outside the hut, where a nightmarish scene greets you. It turns out even more skulls, but these ones are attached to zombies. That's alright. I think we're going to be able to handle this. And I saw that the node next to us is a rest stop, so we can just immediately heal off any damage we take here. All we have to do is not actually have people die. So the two infected are the highest priority. They're both 46 health. So we definitely want to start... Oh, wait, remember that they blow up. Yeah, let's be smart about this. So we don't want to start Fenris next to... Well, Fenris could attack and then move away and guarantee that we'd be able to get the kill. I don't think Brynhilda's shotgun is guaranteed to do enough damage. It does 36 to 44. What is the splinter modifier on unarmored targets? Is it 20%? Yeah. So the 36 becomes 43 point something. So no, not guaranteed. Yeah, alright. We'll have Fenris start next to this guy and then move away from him. A little bite. And then I don't really... It doesn't matter too much where you go. I guess I should try to make sure I'm not within movement range of that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm probably fine pretty much everywhere. I'm just going to move one space. Alright, Brunhilde gets a nice easy finishing blow. She would have made it by herself, but we couldn't have guaranteed that. And then we may as well just reload. And then the smart move here is to finish off the other infected. Alright, Jackson. Yeah, this should do. Jackson should have a 100% chance here. Okay. So there's only actually a couple normal zombies. There is a cultist that we have to worry about. I guess I did leave that cultist a place where he could throw a Molotov and hit 3 people. Oh well, like I said, all we have to do is not actually die. I feel like on this adventure, places to rest were considerably less common than they have been on previous adventures. You know, I'm not sure. Have we actually ever seen a cultist throw in a space adjacent to our guys in order to hit multiples? Or do they always throw it directly on someone? And if you get hit, if multiple people get hit, it's just because you let them get a double off of that. That might be the case, actually. We could just paste this dude. And then I don't know what. You are not frozen in place. Oh, we have a 79% chance to hit through light cover. That is a pretty good accuracy rating. So Fenris can help out with this guy. And then, sadly, we're not going to get a kill here. But it doesn't actually matter where... Like, I may as well move into a position where I have the guaranteed hit. Because we are not watching our movement from anybody else. Yeah, I guess just get close to him so you're more likely to be able to chase him down. Wow, that was a very roundabout way of doing that. Alright, is there anything that we are still working toward for unlocks? Like a revive and evade. We have very little control over either of those. So nope, just kill people in the most efficient way possible. Alright, so when we go rest, it's gonna replenish not just all of our bars, but also the armor on that piece of armor that we have, the armor on the stuff we have but are not wearing. I believe, which is actually like super good for us. This is a lot of restoration. I have a really hard time sleeping when it's when it's hot. Like summer is always really miserable for that. Our current apartment does not have central air. It is the worst move we've ever made, going from a place that did have real air conditioning to a place that doesn't. But I cannot imagine what it would be like to try to sleep through the day in the desert. At first glance, the village seems deserted, but you soon discover that the reason for the ghostly silence... you soon discover the reason for the ghostly silence that blankets this place. An unknown enemy has brutally slaughtered the villagers. Their mutilated remains lie scattered in the blood-soaked sand. So this looks to me like the exact same... I think this is the exact same arrangement of buildings and stuff that we see on that one event that's like the Germans are rounding up the nearby villagers. I wonder if there actually is an element of time here, and like if we had not slept for a day, if we would have encountered the Germans rounding the villagers up instead. Ooh, or maybe not. This is kind of a whole other thing is happening here. You are shaken by the sheer brutality of the massacre. Who or what could have caused such a bloodbath? I guess we may as well search the whole village. You search the village hut by hut, but you don't find a single survivor. Well, that's not a surprise. When you reach the village square, you startle a group of grotesque creatures crouched over some of the corpses. You have found the monsters that slaughtered the villagers. So it seems like these are not zombies in like the common pop cultural conception of zombies, because they're not turning other people into zombies, it doesn't seem like. They are killing them and leaving their stripped skulls laying around. Right? That's a very different sort of thing. Where are they infected? Okay, well, we're definitely going to suffer some ranged attacks. We'll put the Baron here. He can definitely get to work on that, that cultist. Yeah, we're just not going to be able to take care of the infected as easily as I would like. 27 to 31 with a 14% crit chance. I think I'm going to start this by doing a bleed with Fenris. If he crits, you get a 38. No, never mind. Even if he does crit, we can't do enough damage for this guy to die from the bleed. So we're going to have to hit him again with somebody else, no matter what. Well, I can't zoom out or anything, so I just can't see exactly how far away. Looks like I have a shot on the infected from here. So I guess I'll take that. Alright, Brunhilde should be able to finish this guy off pretty easily, and then we might be able to get a machine gun bullet into that guy over there. Can we get close enough? Yep, we totally can. Okay. So one infected is going to get one spit off. That's not too bad. It's a shame you don't have more methods of controlling the positioning of enemies. Nobody has any abilities that push people around or anything. Because it would be kind of fun to try to set up infected kills in such a way that they can explode on multiple enemies. Honestly, I think it's just like, I played Into the Breach, and now it has, to some degree, spoiled all other grid-based tactical combat games for me, because I just want to play sliding block puzzles with all of the enemies in every setting all of the time. Well, it's the best he's going to be able to do. Can I burst fire? No, I can't. These guys are not in the correct arrangement. And burst fire seems a lot worse than double shot, right? It costs the same amount of bravery. It has a way more restrictive aiming thing. Like, it's very, very difficult to hit two people with burst fire. Or rather, it's not a matter of difficulty. You're very unlikely to hit two people with burst fire. Can't get myself to a position where I can shoot him without him having... I guess if I run all the way over here, I could. Yeah, so, like, burst fire seems a lot worse than double shot. And then also, machine guns have a lower magazine size, a lower crit chance, and lower damage, I think, on average, than pistols do. It seems like they're just worse weapons, just strictly worse. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe we haven't seen any good machine guns yet, and like the higher level machine guns have really good damage. So we don't actually have a lot of options for hitting the infected now that we've missed him with that attack. I could just get up into a position to try to use ambush to prevent him from attacking, but we don't know for sure whether he will attack or move first. If he tries to move, then the ambush would just cancel the move and he would be allowed to attack. Can't get close enough to stab him. And I don't want to get over here where I'd be able to shoot at him. No, he'd still get heavy cover from that position. Yeah, there's just nowhere where I can get a good shot on him. Alright, well then we will take the bad shot that we have available. It's still not that bad. Alright, that shotgun, on the other hand, is a pretty fine weapon. This zombie we could totally kill with a bleed. It's not super likely, though. Don't want to bite the infected. These guys are still pretty far out. Yeah, I'm going to go up here and take a shot at this. We have medical items. If Fenris ends up taking a hit here, he'll be alright. 27 does not do it. I keep forgetting about the melee range counterattack. Shoot. Fenris is actually in kind of dire shape then. Okay, he would rather move and heal himself. It's actually really lucky. Please don't do enough damage. Oh, good. Good dodge, good dodge. I gotta be more careful with my dog. Alright, hey, check it out. Like we actually have a situation here where burst fire can hit more than one person. It's not more than one person who actually matters. Like, we could just not kill that spore guy and that would be just fine, but this is okay. Also, it didn't kill the spore guy, so what a shame. Oh, I don't have any... I'm an idiot. I just moved forward without the ability to shoot. So I was planning to shoot. I gotta pay a little bit more attention here. Alright, well, the dog can restore a point of bravery. And then you just got mauled by a zombie. For no reason. I suppose you can reload. The good news is we have enough supplies and stuff that these small, non-optimal plays probably won't actually end up costing us anything. But that's still I should just do better, right? Alright, does the Baron... The Baron has no ammo left, but he's close enough to the action that I think he can still shoot this guy. He can still shoot them both, because he's just absolutely bananas. Turns out sniper rifles are pretty okay weapons. I don't know what I would do to fix that problem. If it does turn out that the assault rifle class is basically just like on the same damage level as the pistol class, or even slightly below, which I think is where we're actually at, you would have to do something pretty wild to that multi-shot ability, or you would have to completely rebuild it from the ground up. You'd have to just like start over with a new ability that was different. Alright, we can definitely throw that in the valuables. Yeah. So, like, this is the bad version of a pistol does 24 to 27 damage, while the bad version of the assault rifle does 19 to 30. So their average damage is pretty similar. The pistols have a higher base crit chance, a higher mag size. I get there is a range difference here, and that range difference does matter. Yeah, so not strictly worse, but just very worse. Mostly pretty worse. Alright, well, let's do a little bit of armor swapping. Oh, interesting. The armor that you are not wearing does not get restored when you rest. Okay, fair enough. Well, if we're going to repair anything, we're going to repair this stuff. I guess I shouldn't do repairs yet, though. We should wait until we actually know we're about to be in combat again. Then it's like vitality versus reflexes. Again, without any idea what reflexes actually does. 10 HP is meaningful. Do we want to turn back around and just take the rest? We could. I don't have that much fuel, and after the shop, we still have to go a considerable distance. Let's just keep moving. Small village seems deserted. Oh, a tinker. Follow the sound and come to a small workshop. Okay, hold on. Let's re-equip her damaged armor, because it probably will only repair armor that we're actually wearing. That's my guess, based on the fact that resting only repairs armor you're actually wearing. Alright, so he gives us some date cakes and mint tea. Apparently he's totally fine working late into the night and being disturbed by strangers in the dark. I'd be a little worried if a bunch of people showed up outside my house in the middle of the night and were just... sorry, showed up inside my house, right? He doesn't see us until we're literally right in front of him. That seems like a good way to accidentally get yourself shot, just wandering into somebody's house in the middle of the night. Promising colors in the distance turned out to be nothing but a whole lot of trash. So we definitely don't have enough fuel to veer out here. I think we just take the most direct route to the shop, and then we kind of figure it out from there, right? Oh hey, it's that strange monolith. Well, I'm definitely going to just stick my hand in the recess, hoping that the rules for this encounter are the same every time. They might not be, right? It might be that sometimes putting your hand in the recess is good and sometimes it's bad. I guess we can try to find out. Okay, worked out the same as last time. No, it did not exactly work out the same as last time. Several of the tombs have opened around you, and as if in some nightmare, misshapen creatures shuffle toward you. Similar, not the same. Oh, you know what I did not look at was where we are on bullets. Well, whatever. So, 2 infected again. And a cultist. That guy. So the good news is we actually can get some multi-shots off here. I'm gonna have the Baron, I guess, deal with you. Okay, I'm pretty sure it is the case. Like, we could go for a shotgun blast here and try to just 2-for-1 and not have to spend a second attack on the infected. But I think I want to have Fenris bite it first to be sure. Like, I really want to make sure these things go down. And then he can just run away. Yeah, there's no reason for him to stay over here. Okay, so now we shotgun blast. Damn it, he has high cover from that position. Well, that's crappy. Okay, we get that guy down easily, and then we all just run over here and try not to stand next to each other. Alright, so the cultist is going to get somebody. There's nothing we can do about that. The zombie's going to get to hit Fenris. Oh, or he's just going to feast. Yeah, that's definitely very abusable. I gotta remember that. Alright, well, Fenris is definitely going to have to get some medical attention after this. Let's see, how do we want to do this one? There's 36 health left. It could be like Fenris and Brunhilde stab the cultist out. We're just not going to get everybody. That's just not going to happen, unfortunately. We are going to get mauled one more time. Yep. And so cover is irrelevant. Because we're just going to get melee attacked. I suppose I can control who gets melee attacked a little bit. Like, we can make it actually impossible for them to reach Fenris. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. Make him attack somebody who's wearing armor. And hey, that's exactly the amount that our armor patches are for. I guess, actually, do I want to go for this with a knife? Nah, because the knife is potentially going to get us... Yeah, now that he's super low on health, we can. The knife could potentially get us counterattacked, and I actually remembered for a change. Alright, what is our ammo level at? I think it's okay. Yeah, 33 is fine. So let's throw that in the valuables. Probably end up throwing that pistol in there as well. And Fenris is leveling rapidly. It's hard for me to imagine not taking just +5 raw damage. Plus flat damage might be the best thing you can possibly get. Yeah, let's just keep going. The 2 mystery nodes up there are definitely calling to me, but let's just keep going. Let's do this the safe way. You find the remains of a nondescript desert shrine. Sun, sand, and weather have etched deep lines into the stone. Oh, and we discovered a thing that we're just gonna steal. I don't know, it's nighttime in the desert. Nobody's around to see us take this. Alright, trader. Ooh, that's a lot of fuel. I'll take... An ammo box is 10, right? Yeah, small is 10. Ooh. That is a 31 to 42 knife. What is your knife right now? 31 to 39. Well, we definitely want this knife, so hold on. Let's move you into valuables, sell all this stuff off. We're gonna buy all the fuel, because there's no compelling reason not to buy all the fuel. Definitely gonna grab this expensive knife. We have some bad knives, right? Like, yeah, we still have this tarnished stiletto, which is terrible. Let's sell the bad knife. We don't want to buy that. We don't need more bullets, probably. Although it's only $125. Nah, we don't need more bullets. And the question is, do we want the needle and thread? Yeah, what the hell. Okay, so do we want Jackson to be the one who has the cool new knife? Or would I rather it be on Brunhilde? I think I would rather it be on Brunhilde, actually. Is there an easy way to do that? No, we have to use an item. Okay, hold on. She could take on this. Then we could trade these. Then we can do that. Okay. Alright, and we are about to enter combat. Do I want to go back and do some of this stuff now? We have a ton of fuel. Oh, no, it's still... Man, yeah, we still have a long way to go, actually. Alright, so we're about to enter combat. What do we want to do recovery-wise? We could just switch Jackson into... This is not Jackson. Here we go. Okay, both of these things are empty. Yeah, let's just go ahead and use one of these patches. Probably not going to heal him, heal his health. And then you could take 2 painkillers, I guess. That's a little bit better than using a compression bandage or 2 compression bandages. Very little wasted health. And I was trying to figure out like how to manage our inventory such that we don't end up with a ton of things, like a ton of things that are stacked only to 1. It's just like kind of awkward with all the different levels of armor repair and everything. All right, we're ready. Let's go fight some cultists, probably. I'm going to go on a limb here and guess cultists. You hear a shout, and a group of cultists jump up from the shadows of the ruins. Alright, easy. I do wish that there was a little more variety in the enemy encounters, but I guess they couldn't really do too much of that without making a bunch more enemies. Alright, so once again... 2 infected. They're both way up here in the corner in a place where we really can't reach them. So I guess they are a concern for later turns. Let's definitely put... And Fenris with his 32 to 36 damage bite is still not killing zombies by himself, but it's now his bleed is actually going to do enough to take a zombie down almost always, right? Yes, I did forget. Why do you ask? Alright, from right here we'll be able to kill that guy trivially. I'm going to get hit by a Molotov cocktail from the cultist, but there's no version of this where that doesn't happen, right? I guess I can actually take a pretty good shot at that cultist. Hey, you know what? Let's see. Let's see if we can get him. Have to be a crit, but it is possible. Ah. Well, I don't know. There's no version of this where the cultist doesn't get to attack us, right? I'm going to be shooting through light cover. Oh no, that's right. This is a wall, so we shoot as though we were there, which is 100%. And that guy's already dead. What do we want to do here? As if I shoot from right here, I actually am guaranteed to hit the cultist. We should start getting damage on him. Man, did you just crit for 30? That is the saddest thing I have ever seen. Well, the good news is that cultist is dead to, like, a stiff breeze. Or maybe if I just look at him too hard. The infected might actually be able to attack us on this coming turn, though. And I totally did do that, didn't I? Ugh. Alright, I'm playing very poorly. I think we're set up so well that it's not likely to matter too much, but it's still annoying. The guy has 40 health, so Jackson's definitely not going to be able to kill him. I was thinking, like, I need vision of where those infected are. And I don't really have the option of doing anything of value with Brynhilda's turn. That actually really sucks. Okay, well, never mind the infected, I guess. I'm gonna do an ambush. Angled like this. We're just gonna stop that guy from approaching. Brynhilda may as well shank the Spore Bearer. I was thinking, like, stab him and reload is better than shoot him and reload, because, you know, save a bullet. But we probably have enough bullets that it doesn't matter. Is there a chance of her killing him with the shotgun? You do as much as 52? No, there is not. Okay. Stab and reload, then. I definitely don't care enough about that to bleed him. Let's hold on to that, bravery. See, I've kind of screwed this up in a really dumb way that's going to result in us taking a bunch of extra damage. Okay, so that guy's locked in place. Here comes the infected. Well, we've got a good shotgun blast cleanup. Oh, please move in just behind him. Yes. Oh, no, don't run. Damn it. Wow, that guy can move really, really far sometimes. I was hoping he was going to stop in there. It would have been like the shotgun blast of the century. This is actually a little awkward. Because if I move forward far enough to kill that infected, to get both of the infected with a shotgun blast, then I am going to get blown up by one of the two of them dying. Alright, I think we have to do this in a non-AoE fashion, unfortunately. So if we have Brynhilda just shoot this guy, there's like a pretty good chance of a kill. Right, let's have her shoot this one, though. Hey, that dealt damage to her. She shot him and then stepped back into her cover, but apparently not really. She wasn't actually in cover. Or she wasn't actually far enough away from him. So, for the purpose of shooting around a wall, you are in the space next to the wall for the entirety of your action. That is probably going to be worth remembering. Over here, we can throw down a burst fire, which will allow us to... I guess I can shoot him from right here. That gives us the maximum distance from this zombie. Turns out it doesn't matter. He actually gets to hit somebody no matter what. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm a little surprised by the fact that she got hit by that explosion. Okay, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's maybe a little bit of a big deal. So we do not have a lot of time to kill that guy. There's a dude here who has to die. Brunhilde does have a shot. So she's going to be responsible for that. Okay, and this turn we have to get rid of this dude. And the Baron doesn't have any bullets left in his gun. So... in order to guarantee the kill, somebody's going to have to stand next to this thing. That sucks. If Jackson had... and he's behind heavy cover. Alright, well, I would rather take a little bit of damage on these two dudes. Oh, they're both going to have to stand next to him, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Well, I would rather take a little bit of damage on these two dudes, which we can recover, than lose Fenris. Ah, this sucks. Yep, and then he has to run over... like, in order to get a guaranteed hit, I have to hit him. I have to be right here. So we're just both going to eat the explosion. Because if we don't kill him this turn, then Fenris permanently dies. Alright. That might count as a revive. So we might have just gotten a little bit of progress toward that one unlock character. Definitely need more compression bandages. Apparently can't just throw those on the stack. That is the size they stack to. Okay, well, let's just heal him a little bit now. So we'll just give him... that's a little awkward. We'll do... bandage painkiller, I guess. Or we just leave him at 50, maybe? Yeah, that's fine. That at least lets me pick these up. And then I'm going to throw this prototype into the valuables so we can grab that. You know what would be really cool is a place where we could rest. From afar you hear commands echoing in the desert air. Okay, well we should probably fight these dudes, so let's go ahead and finish healing. You are down 20, so we'll give you the last hit of the painkillers. We could go... it's like 2 bandages on Baron. We actually are going to run out of healing items pretty quickly here. Jackson needs a heal. Maybe we just go in like this? Well, I mean, we should repair people's armor as well. But go in like this, health-wise. Yeah, we'll do that, and... needle and thread on Jackson, and maybe that's where we stop? You know what? I'll go ahead and claim that reward. That seems fine. We do have a piece of light armor. It's not ideal. Like, obviously, we do want to be repairing our armor now that we understand that it does not automatically refill at each rest stop. But this'll do. He's only losing 3 points of armor relative to actually spending a repair kit. Alright, let's have at them. We definitely want to keep leveling everybody up. I don't know who we're going to bring on the next adventure, but I'd love it if we had a large cast of viable, leveled up, powerful characters. Okay, 2 Nazi troopers with 51 health. Not too bad. This is a very doable thing. Yeah. Where's that other... okay, one of them's like way back there. And he is behind cover, which is frustrating. Okay, we can definitely take down a significant number of them here. Wow, 26. Oh, that's right, minus 25% damage versus Nazis. Well, Fenris can definitely finish him off. I wonder, if I'm right here, can I shotgun blast and actually hit both of them? Probably not, right? The way that's angled. Let's find out. And if I can't, then we'll just kill the one. Nope, not quite. Alright, well, I'm just going to point blank this dude then. And we have a pretty easy kill on the attack dog. In fact, we can even save ourselves a bullet. Is if I take this guy down with Fenris, then Fenris is not in cover. So probably we go like this. That Fenris doesn't get hit for free by the other Nazi. You can at least make him have to come down here if he wants a good shot. Right, I forgot that you can do 19 damage. Machine guns are not great. His machine gun in particular is very bad. Well, we tried. I really didn't think this guy had any chance of surviving. Jesus. They really hate Fenris. Alright, buddy, why don't you go take care of this over here in a place where you'll be nice and safe. Am I just going to run into the open and blast the medic? I think I am. Actually, what is my chance of hitting this guy? 32. Wow, that's high cover. Sure is. I'm still going to go for it. We're just going to bleed him. Okay, so now the medic will be distracted by his own wounds, and that was a crit into a bleed, which might be lethal. Wasn't willing to take the chance. Wow, he didn't even try to get away. Like, this is almost disrespectful, what he has done right here. How dare you not consider me a real threat? Alright, who needs the point? Brunhilde. Brunhilde needs the point of bravery. I made a joke about just, like, stabbing a table or scenery at some point in a previous episode, just to anything to get a point of bravery. And somebody pointed out in the comments, well, obviously you shouldn't get a point of bravery for stabbing a table. And I agree with you. But if I shouldn't get a point of bravery for stabbing a table, I probably also shouldn't get a point of bravery for stabbing a Nazi medic who is too dumb to fight back. Like, he's not providing us with too much more challenge than a table would. I guess it doesn't really help us to try to recruit. We have enough fuel that we can start being a little bit more thorough. It will take a sort of a circuitous route around. Okay, absolutely nothing at that node. Oh, we got a flat tire. That's not ideal. Turns out, no time or fuel lost. Here we go. Here's the fuel loss. Over the next dune, you stumble across a dried-out riverbed that runs right across your path. Its rocky edges drop so abruptly that a crossing is out of the question. Annoyed, you drive along the steep wadi until you finally find a flatter slope that allows you to cross. Okay, point of fuel loss, not too bad, given how much we have on us. The large group of cultists in the ruins ahead of you did not consider it necessary to post sentries. Presumably, they think nobody will dare to attack. And perhaps they are right. The game is challenging me. Do I dare to attack them? Of course I do. Yeah, probably the only thing we do here before combat is just heal Fenris up. I'll say this, he is really costing us a lot of medical supplies. I just gotta be a little more careful with him. And definitely not have him attack any zombies he isn't likely to kill. All we really have to do is not run out of supplies before we get to the final battle, right? Okay, well... Don't love this. It's Fenris and Jackson can be over here. Brunhilde's job is going to be to try to kill that guy, which we may or may not be able to do in a single shot. This guy's movement is going to make this a little awkward, actually. And he has high cover from that side. Yeah, there's nowhere I have a good shot from where this guy doesn't also have the ability to melee me. We could try this. Probably not going to result in the kill. Alright, come on, get lucky. Ah. Well, it was worth a shot. Either Jackson finished the job, Brunhilde can kill this zombie. Probably it is the case that we cannot kill this zombie with just one attack, though. But even if Fenris was over here, we couldn't have him attack the infected because it blows up. Yeah, alright, this just sucks. Mostly what I'm learning here is that we always want to have a pistol person around, because man, double shot is really good. Double shot is the right move in a huge variety of situations. And then Fenris just doesn't do anything, I think, because we could get a kill. We have a 14% chance of getting a kill on this guy. Not even a 14% chance, because a critical on minimum damage still wouldn't do it. Yeah, he just gets over here and waits. Fenris is not the best anti-zombie fighter. Oof. 30 damage. It's like an amount of damage Jackson almost can't even imagine. Like, what do you mean numbers go up to 30? That sounds crazy to me. Oh, I did not realize that cultist was all the way over there. Okay. Well, the good news is, Fenris is absolutely able to take this cultist. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to kill him, but this is a very safe attack. Very safe and extremely useful. Alright, 34. Not good enough. Oh, I have to move and then shoot. That's crummy. We're not quite close enough to be able to shoot those infected. Yeah, I'm going to take a bunch of damage here. I guess let's take the wall cover, flatten this guy. Really does suck that she couldn't just shoot and reload there. Okay. So we have to kill. We can't kill an infected. They have too much health. I mean, I can, but it's very unlikely. Yeah, we're actually in a really bad spot here. Alright, we can have the Baron run over and shoot that guy. Really needed that to be lethal. The good news is Brunhilde is definitely going to be able to get a cool shotgun blast off. The bad news is it's not going to be next turn, because this coming turn, we have to reload. Wow! The range on that attack! You gonna get his too? It is. It actually is one square longer than it even looks from here. Alright. Must reload. We gotta get started on these guys, right? So Jackson has the ability to move over here. Basically, what we have to do here is go for a burst fire on these two guys and hope that I do enough damage to this guy that that guy's explosion kills him. Unfortunately, the targeting restrictions, or the times when I can go for burst fire, are wildly different than the times when I can just shoot. So, okay. We do get to burst fire here. I think that was a good enough damage value. Okay. Ooh. This guy has 26 health left, which means that we are guaranteed to get a kill with the pointy fangs, and then Fenris can just run to the other side of the world with his 3 health. Hilda does not get to attack this turn, but can run over to here and just be ready. Although maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't run to there. Let's run to a position where I have a different angle on things. You have to reload. Alright, Jackson could end up going down here. But I think... yeah, he'll be fine. We will definitely be able to end the battle before he could actually die. And apparently I actually made sure not to put myself in a position where I would be trivially struck by the zombie. So good work, me from the recent past. Let's move out into the open here. And if this doesn't kill him, then we definitely have the knife attack. Yeah, these are getting a little bit more harrowing. It might be the case that we should stop going to so many nodes now, not because of fuel, but because we're just running through our health supplies too quickly. Wow. Let's just jam another sunken head into our bag, I guess. And then we have this terrible rifle. Okay, well, we got a lot of armor repair from that encounter, at least, so that's nice. Go ahead and... yeah, I guess we'll just keep him in this. Just repair that. Once again, gotta remember, don't actually repair until you know you need to. So we have 15 fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we can't afford to go to every node. So the question is, are we going to try not to go to every node because we're afraid of running out of supplies and having people actually die? It is usually the case that when combat can happen, you also can avoid it. So I'm just gonna... we'll just try to be careful here. Not claiming the fuel, but that's very good to have earned. Few crumbling walls break the monotony of the desert dunes, presumably the ruins of some shepherd's huts. They were abandoned many years ago. Okay. So we don't get any XP at all at these, nodes where the description is basically, you didn't find anything. But at some nodes where we don't make any decisions, we do still get XP on everybody. It's like a scene from a bizarre fever dream. Twisted bodies of the dead cultists form a vast circle in the desert sands. At the center you see an ugly stone idol with glowing eyes, apparently. As you approach the body, you see that their heads have been cracked like raw eggs. Wow. What on earth happened here? A vague feeling of panic grips you. Boy... I wish that destroy the stone idol from a safe distance was a choice here. We have a grenade. We could just use a grenade. Yeah, alright, let's look at it. My curiosity is overcoming me. You fight back your fear and step over the corpses to approach the idol. The statue leers at you through tiny, empty eyes. You hear a faint wailing, slowly swelling. Then you realize it's just the desert wind blowing past the grotesque statue, and you laugh nervously. Various objects are scattered around the idol in the sand. I kind of want to just knock it over. Like, if we do either of these things, if there's something actually supernatural happening here, obviously. If we do either of these things, there are potentially going to be consequences for angering the idol, but I really think it would probably be best for everybody in the long term if this thing is not here and functional. Working together, you manage to topple the idol. Immediately, you feel as if you have woken up from a nightmare. Oh. Okay. Well then, I guess we'll take the stuff now. The idol's empty eyes seemed to follow us everywhere. Okay, even more fuel. The graveyard you explored so hopefully revealed none of its secrets. Disappointed, you sit on an ancient gravestone when a sudden vibration makes you jump up. The slab beneath you is moving. Don't sit on gravestones. Don't do that. So there's obviously zombies here. You rush for cover behind some sepulchres. A short time later, a group of cultists emerges from the vault beneath the tomb. Should we fight them? Like, I want XP. Are we close to leveling on anybody? Yes. Yes, we are. What would Baron get from a level up? The ability to use disintegrator guns, so nothing, really. We certainly would not swap this out for a disintegrator at this point. But these two aren't so far from a level. It's not impossible that we could get them to level if we kept fighting. The thing is, we're almost out of medical supplies. I think we're going to skip this battle. Let's just return to the Jeep. We'll probably try to avoid combat for the rest of the thing here. Yeah, like this. At the sight of the fortified camp up ahead, the hair on the back of your neck stands on end. A group of cultists are preparing to perform an unholy ritual in this place. They have not noticed you yet. Hold on. How close are we to the next trophy for healing? We have a lot of fuel available. Kill Nazis, we're working on it. Kill undead. Okay, so there are weapon-specific... Ooh, that looks interesting. That's a different color, presumably a rarer color than any piece of equipment we've seen so far. The 100 enemies with a disintegrator, that's a pretty cool-looking disintegrator we can earn. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, we would have to restore over 200 more HP to earn the next set of healing items. I was thinking, if using the painkillers we have in our inventory will earn us more healing items, we could just do that and then fight. As it is, we should probably continue withdrawing. We should probably keep living in fear. Yet the game is starting to get pretty difficult. You find the remains of a nondescript desert shrine. Sun, sand, and weather have etched deep lines. Yeah, but we've seen that. What find we here? Okay, a little bit of money. I guess it's more accurate to say I am having a harder time with the game than the game is getting harder, because it's definitely, some of this is me not playing carefully. As you explore the ruins of the deserted village, you almost stumble over a small group of cultists sleeping on the ground. You see an old wooden chest in their midst. What might it contain? Yeah, that's a good question. Let's just continue on our journey. Okay. Well, here's a battle we're not going to be able to skip. Let's just go ahead and use both of our remaining compression bandages on Fenris. We'll re-armor Jackson, and then... Yep, and then we have to go. Okay. We do still have the potions. He's down 42 health. It might be worth using one of these potions. Yeah, you know what? It totally is. It totally is. I should not just be holding on to these. We should use them if it is appropriate to use them. They are awfully good. Okay, we are going to be cautious. We have a cultist and a high priestess. We desperately want them both dead. We have to be careful not to position ourselves where we're going to get zombied by that guy. I think Baron can be back here. Let's put Fenris and Brunhilde in front of the wall. The best thing would be if we get rid of both of them. If we try to melee attack the High Priestess, Fenris gets hit by a zombie. So let's have Fenris run all the way down to here. Oh, there's an additional zombie, but zombies cannot climb over stuff. 32 to 36 plus the bleed. No, he needs... We're going to have to hit this guy twice anyway. And Jackson can get down to finish the job. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have a good way for Baron to hit the High Priestess without taking the cover penalty. We're still pretty likely to make contact. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Ah, man. I really did want to try to strip his armor off before having Brunhilde shoot him. Well, now that it's not possible to kill him in one hit, I think probably the move is to dispatch one of these other zombies. Yeah, because we can definitely get rid of this zombie in one hit. So in the past, the High Priestess has not hit us terribly hard. And this is still a High Priestess 1. I'm hoping that we can work this out to make this the only hit we have to take. Alright, that's fine. Her getting stuck in position is totally okay. Alright, that's different. That's a different thing than I thought was going to happen. That's a little awkward. Now he's behind high cover, so we're even less likely to get him. Alright. Jackson is going to have to try to get rid of that zombie. It'd be really nice if Jackson could get this done. Please, please don't miss. Okay. So Brunhilde can handle this guy. And then reload. And then there's no version of this where we can kill both of these enemies. We have the sniper run up here and probably shoot that guy, and then if we hit him non-lethally... Actually, Fenris cannot... Oh, Fenris can reach him. Okay. Yeah, we hit him non-lethally, get him low enough that Fenris does not get counterattacked. So that zombie's down here. That zombie's way over there. Yeah, can't do anything about the High Priestess, unfortunately. But again, we are only getting attacked once, or maybe not any times at all if the Priestess decides to just raise another zombie. Would actually be pretty good for us, I think. Come on, you're so close to overwhelming us. You know, you just need to summon that one more guy. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. The Fenris is close enough now that we should be able to get the Priestess. I want to go for a bleed here. As the question is, are we going to hit the Priestess a second time? Because if we are, then we don't bleed. Brunhilde has this guy under control with the knife. Nobody's got like a good shot. Yeah, I guess the thing we do is just like run over to here and attempt a rifle shot. Okay, and that hitting means we do a normal bite. And then Jackson gets to shoot at this guy. He's not going to kill him no matter what, so I'm not going to run into a position where he's in danger. Okay, hey, nice shot. Jackson can be useful sometimes, you know, very occasionally. Oh, this battle went a lot better. I'm a little surprised that the Priestess never bothered to attack us. Certainly not going to complain about it, though. Oh, you don't have any ammo. Okay, well, I can't get a guaranteed hit on that guy. I guess we'll just have Brunhilde put this dude away. Well, that's inconvenient. Can we burst fire in a way that lets us hit him? Nope. Well, we could shoot at the Spore dude, but it's not really worth the bullet, is it? Yeah, I guess I just end my turn. I guess I'm still not clear on whether or not there's actually XP to be had for doing that. For actually killing the spore dudes instead of letting them live. But there's really no way for me to know. I would have to figure out exactly how much XP each enemy is worth and then like compare pre- and post-battle experience levels, which is probably not worth the trouble, I think, of actually doing it. Oh, hello now. A splendid, wow, 44 to 48, and it confers a point of agility. Holy crap. Yeah, we're definitely taking a pistol character on the next adventure. Double shot is so good, and that pistol is so good. You've been making good progress, so you're in high spirits when you take a short break. After a quick meal, you're about to continue your journey when you make an unpleasant discovery. The sand and rocky ground around your Jeep is soaked in gasoline. A hasty inspection confirms your suspicions. A pebble must have hit the tank at full speed and ripped open a small hole from which gasoline is now slowly dripping. The hole is quickly plugged, but the damage is done. It's sort of a Wile E. Coyote situation here, where the fuel's not actually gone until we notice that the fuel is gone. You manage to sneak up on the huge cultist camp unnoticed. There's a lot of activity behind its rough palisades. You discover a gap in the fence that is filled by a colorful tent. We should probably fight this. Should we fight this? I only have one healing item left. Maybe we'd be best off just continuing our journey. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to skip this one. Because we have a combat, and then we have the final node where there's almost certainly going to be combat. Some palm trees breaking up the monotony of the sandy desert draw your attention. Where there are plants, there's usually water. Have you found an oasis? Maybe they're growing in the blood of all of these dead people. A short time later, you reach a small palm grove on the edge of a dried-out waterhole. You discover some parched, emaciated corpses, the remains of some cultists who met their end here. A strange fungus appears to be growing on their bodies. The men are lying around a chest in an irregular semicircle. They probably carried it until their strength ran out and they took their last rest at this oasis. As you approach the chest, you notice that it is also covered by the strange mold. Well, I mean, we're gonna open it. What is the worst that could happen here? Is there a stick? We should just, like, cut off a branch and open the chest from, like, 3 feet away to see what happens. Yeah, look at the way the light moves when the characters move around. It's definitely not hand-drawn. When you open the chest, a rust-red cloud rises into the air. Instinctively, you dive aside, but Jackson inhales the cloud because he's a big idiot, and is seized with a violent coughing fit. Just to be safe, you tie cloths over your faces. Then you use the desert sand to clean your finds as much as possible. -6 health and an ominous cough. Fortunately, we're almost done with the adventure. Alright, what is the meaning of an ominous cough? Dexterity -1, that's accuracy? Yeah. That is a shame. That's a stat that you actually do care about. Alright, well, if somebody dies horribly here, we can at least go get a different fourth party member. The ancient building has taken a real beating. Statues on the facade have been deliberately smashed, and the door has been broken in. Could the perpetrators still be inside the temple? You immediately decide to search for them. A short time later, you sneak up on a group of cultists. They remain oblivious to your approach, as they are tapping on the walls of the temple's main hall in search of secret doors. Well, it looks like we can just withdraw here. I think... yeah, we would definitely gain a level on Baron, but it's not worth doing. And nobody else... yeah, let's just skip this combat. Now we know we are safe for the... well, safe. We know we're ready for the battle, at the final node anyway. Repellent and awe-inspiring, the obsidian pyramid towers over the inhospitable Nubian stone desert. This must be it, the legendary temple of Turash Ra the Black Pharaoh. Will you get there in time to prevent the unholy ritual? Boy, I sure hope so. I'm gonna feel real bad if I ended the world by taking a rest one too many times at a desert oasis. A monotonous chanting lures you deeper and deeper into the temple. You scurry from cover to cover until the winding passages finally bring you to a spacious hall. Hidden behind some stone blocks, you have an excellent vantage point, but your blood runs cold in your veins when you see the scene before you. That's good. That was a good tactical little cover move they executed before they then ran down the hallway the way they were obviously going to have to. Several crevices run through the hall. Beyond the crevices, countless cultists crowd together, swaying as if in a trance. Their ecstatic singing fills the entire temple complex and echoes in your ears. Right in front of you, the High Priestess of the Brotherhood stands in front of a gigantic stone sarcophagus. Her most loyal acolytes surround her. At a gesture from her, a small procession begins. 7 cultists approach the sarcophagus, each of them bearing an ornate ceremonial jar. You gasp. Those jars must contain the embalmed organs of the Black Pharaoh. If they are reunited with the mummy of Turash Ra, his resurrection will be inevitable. I mean, are they still going to be useful to him? They're embalmed. They definitely don't work anymore. Some of the cultist leaders are already raising the stone lid of the sarcophagus. I'm right about this, right? Like, if he comes back and he needs organs, those ones are definitely not going to work. And if he comes back and those ones would have worked for him, then he probably also would have been fine without them. I don't know. What do I know about raising the dead? Yo, this is so many skulls, though. Damn. The Baron is cold-blooded. While you're still deciding what to do, Baron jumps forward with a loud battle cry. He charges one of the jar-bearers and strikes him down. Before the other cultists can react, Baron has already taken 2 other jar-bearers by surprise. Their jars bake and hiss in the glowing embers of an overturned brazier. Alright, well, this is that Daredevil trait in action, I think. A low moan passes through the cultist crowd on the other side of the gorge. The High Priestess screams and raises her arms in supplication. The ground trembles as she invokes her infernal servants. There is no turning back now. You draw your weapons. Okay, fast moves from Baron. I gotta say, I was a little displeased with him at the beginning of the adventure, but I'm really coming around on the guy. He is alright. Alright. So we have a lot of enemies to fight, but most of them are just normal zombie 2s. That infected is probably killable. We can probably get Baron and Jackson to get that done. And then once that is done, we are mostly just trying to stay... Well, there are 2 cultists, I guess. Alright, we're not safe from damage just yet, but I'm confident that at least somebody will survive to the end of this. I'd give it even odds. Alright, Jackson, get up here and help me. Okay, 1 down. The construction of this area with all the pits is really interesting. Not super great for the shotgun, I'm afraid. Okay, that guy does not have any cover. No, he totally does. Yep, that is totally high cover. Well, shoot. Alright, she's gonna get mauled once. How are we gonna access these other things? I guess just run up here and wait a second? Yeah, sometimes when you mouse over an enemy, it shows the cover icons on their location, and sometimes it doesn't, and there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason for it. Oof, the bad news is we're going to have to watch all of these animations play out very slowly every turn. And those guys have put themselves in a really good position to get shotgun blasted down there. She does have 1 bullet left. Alright. I can make it over there. Alright, let's see if we can drop this zombie, maybe. We might be able to get her close enough to be able to shoot all 4 of those guys with her shotgun. So we have Fenris do this. Oh yeah, now she's able to get everybody in range. If this doesn't work out, it's gonna suck. But, oh yes, we do get to hit all 4 of them. That was just absolutely beautiful. We're definitely gonna save that reward for later. Okay, so one of them is still up. Is there a better move than just shooting him? I don't think so. It's a shame he didn't go down too. Is there an achievement for getting 4 kills with 1 attack? Oh, there totally is, and we could have had it there. That's a shame. Alright, so we got the cultist and the high priest coming in. Probably they will both get to attack. I was careful not to put us in a position where the cultist gets to hit more than one of us at a time. The high priest might just wake one of the zombies up. That ability has some very serious range. Is Jackson too far south to really contribute this turn? I mean, he can get a bad attack off. I suppose what we'll have him do is just put this guy back down. Sorry, he is actually not guaranteed to do that. Alright. He got there. Fenris has an actual easy bite opportunity on something that's not going to hit him back. Never pass up one of those. He does not have cover from the top. I think I'm going to be really aggressive with her positioning. We're going to finish this guy off with the Baron. Yeah, he's low enough to knife. Hoping here that the priest will just continue rezzing people instead of coming over and shooting the Baron to death. And, like, we are in no danger at all from this zombie. Nor that cultist, really. That high priest just stopped, like, completely in the open? Oh no, okay, he is close enough to that cover to benefit from it. Alright, well, I mean, I think it's the first time we've seen him pick up a cultist, though. I think we're just going to stab him and shotgun him, maybe? Seems like a really good time to use my pretty reasonable knife. My absolutely acceptable knife. Be a little careful about our positioning. I don't really want to put myself in a spot where I don't have cover. But it looks like I don't really have a choice. Alright. I guess the cultist gets to hit me. Somebody has to deal with that other zombie eventually. But it doesn't seem to pose much of a threat to us right now. Yeah, these combat encounters they've definitely become harder to get away without taking any damage in. And so we're starting to see that rapid expenditure of our campaign level resources. And his crits are so tiny and sad. It's almost worse that he's so proud of them. Alright, I'm not going to get a better shot than the one I have now, apparently. Alright, if that had hit, I was going to just blitz the dude. We're pretty close to being able to stab him. If I move a little bit closer, like if I just wait here, should be okay to get him next turn. Is he going to remember that we're fighting, or no? And I love the zombies trying to hit Fenris with that attack. It's definitely upping our evasion meter. Alright. She cannot get close enough to actually damage him. But I can certainly put the Fear of God into him. Fenris also can't really get close enough to do anything. Let's get into a position where we have some cover. I'm not sure if cover even helps against their attacks, honestly. Alright, Jackson. You've been waiting for this moment your entire life. Everyone's relying on you. You can do this. Hey, look at that. Not useless 100% of the time. I was so afraid he was going to crit the guy for one less than lethal. Maybe it's not fair to judge the assault rifles until we've seen a really good one. But they do seem very bad. Ooh. Okay, well, we certainly don't need yet another... Here, we'll, That's not the right thing. Yeah, this is totally the right thing. There we go. Okay, we'll throw away this Worn Assistance coat. Take this Worn Assistance coat and then throw that away too, because it's a really terrible piece of armor. Take these 2 grenades. Throw this away. Excuse me. So 37 average damage is pretty high. Intelligence -1, reflexes -1. Sucks a little bit. And the fact that these guns deal reduced damage against the health bar, I don't understand why the disintegrators have negative stats on them, because they seem worse than the other guns, not better. I will say their special ability is pretty good, and it's a little bit easier to get multiple targets with it than it is with some of the others. Breathing heavily, you stand over your defeated foes. As if from afar, you hear the excited babble of voices and the echoes of countless feet on the stone floor. The cultists, now every second counts. To some degree, I think I'm just spoiled by how good the knives and the pistols are. Also the shotguns. And the sniper rifles. You know what? It basically is just every weapon except disintegrators and machine guns. That is a lot of guys that we are still fleeing. You rush through the endless corridors of the temple. As you throw yourselves into the jeep, the cultists pour out of the temple like a human flood.
Your engine roars as you leave the pyramid behind forever. Turashra will never see the light of day again.
Again, all we did was destroy some of his organs, which literally can't matter. There's no way. Whatever. If our characters feel better thinking of it that way, I guess we can let them think of it that way. Alright, so what was that? The third adventure? We still have 2 left. They are definitely getting more difficult. Let's just have a quick look at... I guess we can't... The one thing that I would really want to see here is how many maps we're talking about, and that is the one thing we cannot see. Once again, only 2 people get to be brought at the start. I guess that's going to be the case for all of them. Well, we now have actually a pretty huge number of options, so who have we not used yet? Monsignor Carlo Veduti is a fragile healer with a fragile guy with bad aim, but he does have a sniper rifle, and sniper rifles are pretty good. And who's the other sniper? Georgette Remy, Belgian secret agent, finds more ammo, has 6th Sense. We've seen a lot of these options. And Shadow, actually. These are both good. She can wear light and medium armor. She has 1 point of bonus range on sniper rifles, and she can use medical items in combat. She seems great. Low mobility. Oh yeah, she has 1 agility. Still, she seems very good. Getting caught at 2 points of bravery is a little awkward, but it's less of a problem for rifle users than it is for anybody else, I think. Who else have we not used? Mobile pistol expert, so pistols with bonus damage on crits. Pistols and grenades, it's pretty good. She has the intimidation option. Shani is melee only, which is definitely dangerous. There's a bunch of bonus damage versus undead. Melee only and can only wear light armor. But she has +4 damage and she has the best melee weapon. Man, 19% base crit, really? And as far as light armor goes, I think that's a good suit of light armor. It's just light armor is not very good. Okay, well, we have some interesting options available to us. I think we're almost certainly going to take a pistol character on the next one, because, man, pistols are good. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we begin, what the heck is the name of this thing? When we have some dreams in the desert sand. And we'll see you then.